All right, go ahead. Now you got it.
I got it?
You got it.
For me? We should let Mario.
Oh, that.
No. You're a special guest. Like. So the topic of today is how are we doing as society as a whole? Like, where is this generation headed? Are we taking a step back? Are we going forward? Like, what are we doing? Like, how do y'all feel about the generation?
Like our generation, or you mean like everyone in specific?
Our generation and the generation coming, like, may know afterwards. So, how do you feel, Sean?
I don't know, man. I don't got really any specific things that I feel about our generation. The next generation, maybe, because I think a lot of kids coming up don't experience childhood like we did, and they don't really do things that children do, like go outside, things like that. Or how many kids you seen outside this summer, bro? How many kids you seen outside last summer?
Not a lot, bro.
Like, kids don't be kids no more. I think that's mainly because of all the social media that's going on. And, like, people are addicted to their phones.
Streaming.
Streaming? What you mean?
Like, heck of people be on streaming and watching streamers and stuff.
Yeah. People spend a lot of time just online. Nobody takes a break from it. I think that's the worst part about our generation. We're chronically online.
What do you think that does to them when they grow up and like enter high school, college?
I mean,
when they haven't experienced who they are.
I don't think being online stops you from experiencing who you are. I think it just
It'd be a bad habit.
Yeah, just limits your life experiences. You can spend hours on TikTok and not realize that those hours are going by. Like I got a little sister, bro. She stayed on her phone all day. Like, I don't see her leave her room most times, bro. She's just on her phone all day. She falls asleep with her phone in her hand, bro. Like, it's not healthy. It's not a good thing to be. You know what I mean? Like, we're too attached to our phones. And even like now that I like work at a place that deals with a lot of technology and a lot of people using their devices and things, people are so attached to everything that's in their phone that they will break down in tears over it not being there anymore. Because we spend our entire lives in there. We put our entire lives into our devices. And once those things are gone and it's out of your control, we don't know what to do. We're lost. And I feel like that's not how things should be,
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna add on to what you said. Like, it's unhealthy because when they get out to the real world, they don't know how to communicate. Because all they do is communicate through their phones, like, and they get like the wrong like representation of what life is because all they see on social media is all good. They never see like the bad stuff or the people that they're following. They never see like behind the scenes, and so when they get stuck or something bad happens and they shut down, they don't know what to do. And where do they go to for help? Social media, and it's just an endless cycle. I feel like they don't know like who to go to, who to trust. They don't even know who they really is inside, so they can't go to their own selves because they don't know nothing for real. That's what I
feel like we use social media as more than just a resource. Even though we should only just use it as a resource so we can experience our lives and get those life experiences as children, as grown-ups, like just growing up. We can't, I don't know, man, we can't Google everything, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So it's like, sometimes you just gotta live it.
I'm gonna add to that, like, social media, like, it was like created for all of us to be able to connect. Like, say if I don't live in the same subdivision as you or the same city, it was made for all of us to be able to connect easily. And I feel like that's not really what it is no more. Like when you think of social media, it's all about like people trying to find a lifestyle or people. I feel like social media stems like a lot of people's depression because people see certain people living like they feel like they're living a better life. They're taking trips. They're making more money. They're in college, being successful. They're still at home working at Amazon or something like that. When in reality, it was never supposed to be made to be like that. Social media was made as a platform for all of us to be able to connect with one another easier. And I feel like that the way that they like push social media like to the consumers, all of us, it's like it's taking a toll on everybody.
Especially with the kids, like the next generation, because like you said, it can play a big role in depression. And it's like them being that young, they're really impressionable to where seeing like lifestyles that are different from theirs can really take a toll on them. And I feel like it also plays a part in their education too. Because I've been reading a lot of stuff about how like the next generation doesn't know how to read, like their reading levels are low for their grades and stuff like that. And like even my younger cousin, he said he hates school. He's only like second grade.
That's crazy.
And that's because all he does is like play on the game all day. From the time he wakes up to the time he goes to sleep. If he's not on the game, he's on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, he watching like Mr. Beast or something.
Oh.
So it's like when he in school and it's not all fun, then that's lame to him, which is crazy.
That's another thing. Like I don't know about y'all, but like my little sister, she had an iPhone at like 6 or 7 years old. That was crazy.
That's insane.
Like not saying, cause my little sister, she plays like Roblox and stuff like normal kids. And I feel like that's what I wanted to get into about like the generation coming up after us. Like they got introduced to like phones and stuff at an early age. Like I think what I went from when I was like their age was the first thing I had was probably like a PSP. Then I got an iPod. That's when iPods came out. Then I think I had like what was them like gaming phones that came out? I had one of them. And I got like a little Android that I only like used to call. And then they only had like certain games like where you had to, I don't know, I can't explain it, but like it's just crazy to me because I went from like iPod to an iPad. And you know, you can't just call people off of it. We had Kik. That's how we contacted each other. So I just feel like my little sister can just like has a whole iPhone at 9 years old, has a Snapchat. Like that's crazy to me because back then, like I don't think I touched Instagram until I was in like 5th grade maybe. And I think I snuck on Instagram. I wasn't even supposed to be on Instagram at the time. So it's just crazy how like our generation growing up, like how it took us so long to get on certain platforms that kids nowadays are getting access to at these young ages.
And I feel like that's what's maturing them so fast. It's like they have the access to all the stuff that we didn't at such a young age. Like I met a girl, I guess you could say she's my cousin, but she's 3. She has a phone.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Because what do you need a phone for at 3? I don't get it.
Wow.
And
And
it's
adults.
like, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like giving them those devices so young just starts that, like, what's the word? That attachment to it, like, at a young age.
I feel like that's what they want us like to do. Like the whole the government that run shit. Like they want us to be stuck on our phones so we don't know what to do next. Like they're keeping us like boxed in it.
You gotta really think about it though, like some of the most important stuff like that you should know, you will never learn in school.
Never.
And it's sad that it's like that, but that's the truth. Like some of the most important stuff you'll never learn in school. And then most of the things that like your life lessons, you didn't learn that in school either. You probably learned that from just doing mistakes around the house or something like that. But I feel like school shouldn't be like y equals mx plus b, because 9 times out of 10 we'll never use that again after we have that class. I feel like school should be more like about teaching people like about like financing, managing, like learning how to just like be a human, bro. I feel like we don't have enough life skill classes in high schools or just college in general. I feel like it's just all just like the same stuff, just textbooks. Like how is in college, like how is somebody gonna teach me about a business, like how to be a business administrator when they don't even have their own business? Like that's just how I feel. And then like you could say, yeah, they bring people in that have like that's successful businessmen. They bring them in to talk to you, but that's really all that they expose you to, really. Other than that, it's just textbooks, doing your Connect homework, and it's just like, how am I supposed to learn from that?
Let's talk about the our generation going on with the music.
Music wise,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like soulless almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no heart behind it. You know what I mean? Like people, when music was like first getting started, bro, you can feel the pressure and the power put into it. You could feel all the sweat and tears that went into creating a good song. You don't feel that no more. Nowadays, it's just electronic beats in the studio, things like that. It's nothing. It's not. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not.
But you already heard it before. Like,
Yeah.
like it's the same lyrics.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a lot of sampling, like just
Yeah.
sampling the same songs. Like I'm not gonna say I don't like this generation's music. I mean, I don't like it as much as other generations, but some of it I don't think is bad. But I feel like it's just a lot of like just using the same samples and stuff. It's no, I don't know. Some artists try to create a new sound and it's just not good.
Yeah.
So, or at least in my opinion, it's not.
We feel it.
I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like social media that's another, like, big factor that plays into it, because, like, nowadays it's so easy to blow up, like, on social media, too. And I feel like a lot of the wrong people nowadays blow up, too, like, Sexy Red.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I despise Sexy Red music, bro. Like, I just can't listen to it. And nowadays, it's like, bro, because I grew up listening to, like, the G Herbos, the Chief Keefs, and all that. Like, I mean, those are some of my favorite rappers. But now I'm, like, in the stage of my life where, like, I like listening to, like, stuff that, like, is soothing. Like, I don't know if y'all listen to Andre 3000's little instrumental album.
Yes.
Like, I just, like, when it first came out, I was listening to that every day, all day. Like, going to sleep, showering, just listening to it just cause. Like, it just kept me going. And it's like, when I listen to rap, it's like, I don't know, I get tired of it. Like, kind of quick now. It's like, I just can't keep listening to that now. I just gotta switch it up. So I be, like, trying to listen to, like, a lot of singers, more Afrobeat stuff. I've been listening to that. But, yeah, I feel like rap is getting oversaturated. And it's just, like you said, it's soulless. It's a lot of talking about killing, promoting drug use. It's just leading people in the wrong direction. That's how I feel about music at this standpoint right now. And then it's crazy to me, like how certain artists, I don't know, like what was crazy to me is when I heard Future say like, I ain't never even did that drug before, but he's rapping about doing it. You feel me? And then if you go on like Twitter or a lot of things, some people even admit to saying like that Future inspired them to start doing drugs. Like, and that's always been crazy to me.
That's where it goes. That's where you draw a line. Like if you idol another person to the point where you doing what they do, I don't know. That's like right or something like that. Like,
Some people are like that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Like,
people are
they want
influenced like
that.
that.
Some people want to fit in
Yeah.
into that type of lifestyle. Some people want to live that lifestyle.
Even the lifestyle that most rappers don't
That's what I'm
live.
saying.
It's crazy. Cause I don't know, bro. I try to be me. I just try to be me every time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like me looking at somebody else because of what they have, like you wouldn't trade your closet for their closet. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how they got that stuff.
Like Mark said, bro, it's just people want to fit in. That's like even like growing up. Like you want to, like say your group of friends, like was doing something. They all had something that you didn't have. These are the people you hang out with every day. You'll want to have it because you want to fit in with them. You want to be a part of that. It's about being a part of the movement. It's not about like, oh, it's bad for you or nothing. Always you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. People gonna do it because they want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of the motion. And then nobody wants to feel like an outcast. You know what I mean?
Where are the parents? That's crucial. I feel like having both parents is very crucial in a child life.
I feel like having good parents is very crucial in
That's
a
what I'm
child's
saying. I
life.
don't think just having.
Having okay.
I don't
You
think
can
just
have
having.
one parent.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as they raise you good.
Well, I had both parents, but I feel like my mom did most of the work than my dad.
Same.
I feel like
But it didn't help me because I didn't know how. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a dad, but he didn't teach me lessons. So
you didn't have a father figure.
really much it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get like the true feel of what it means to be a man and stuff. So like growing up, seeing my mom handle stuff, she handles stuff with emotions, and I try to do that, but I realize men don't handle stuff with emotions. We handle, we use our brain. We don't use our emotions to make decisions. Because I feel like if you make a decision based off of your emotions, you're not gonna get nowhere. I feel like you're probably gonna make like the wrong decision, and that's what kind of fucked me up. Because watching my mom handle decisions, I try to handle decisions, and I look back, I handled it all wrong. So I feel like, yeah, you're right. Having two good parents is very, very crucial in childhood.
I mean, my mom raised me, and I feel like you said, two good parents is good. I think my mom did a really good job too. I mean, I would say the one downside of like not having a father figure is like not knowing how to be soft, I guess. Like just seeing my mom like take care of everything. Even not even just my mom, like my grandma. I mean, she was married, but still, like her, like I was raised like around all women, and like none of them are married for except my grandma. Well, she's a widow now. But yeah, just seeing all of them like just take care of all this stuff, like all that. I feel like now I'm kind of the same way, and I don't know how to like. I'm not gonna say be girly, but certain. I don't know. I've been seeing all this stuff about like soft girl era and all that stuff. And I ain't really into it. Y'all know what it is?
You're not really in your software area?
No.
What are you in? Like your math?
What does that mean?
Your
Soft
Yeah,
girl.
what does that mean? I see that. I've seen that a lot too.
Yeah.
What
It's
does
just-
that mean?
I mean, I guess like they say you have like masculine energy. I guess like say, I don't know. Like okay, say if I'm with a male and they like, I open the door for myself, stuff like that. Like how, I guess there's certain gender roles that they assume for like males to take up.
I'll hold the door for you.
Like yeah, certain stuff like that.
They don't
And
hold
it's
the door
like,
for you. They just open the door and you walk first.
that's not the point. But I'm saying like it's stuff like that that I don't necessarily look for
Oh.
or like expect. So I guess that would be one downside. And then like how we talked about in the other podcast, like just searching for certain things in the wrong places because I didn't have a father figure. So yeah, but my mom did a great job.
Okay. What
I mean, I had it that, but like I wouldn't say like my mom. Like I was closer with my mom than I was my dad. Me and my dad really didn't have the best relationship. That's crazy because I actually just got into it with my dad like a week or two ago. Cause I just it's crazy because I'm trying to go on this trip, and y'all know what a timeshare is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was asking my dad, like, could me and my brother stay at his timeshare? And my dad felt the way because me and my brother didn't get him nothing for Christmas. But when you think about it, like, I don't know the last time that my dad got me and my brother anything for Christmas. Like, I don't even know the last time he took us school shopping. Not saying I don't care about that, but if like that's how you doing it, then like that's how I'm gonna return it too. Like, I mean, I still love my dad and all that, but I mean, how you expect me to do something for you that you don't even do for your own kids? And like my mom, like, I don't know, like my mom did the best job she could. And I feel like the stuff that my dad, that like the lessons and like the teachings I could got from my dad, I feel like I got that on my own just by navigating through life and just going through certain things. Like, I don't know, like I just feel like things that a man should do, I just learned by myself, like just by seeing things and going through stuff. Like, cause I went through a lot in school. Like, I wasn't the best kid in school in terms of like behavior wise. I did a lot of dumb stuff. So like I just used to get in trouble. So I always used to have to like talk to my mom. And I want to shout out my stepdad too, because my stepdad, he did a good job. Like, he always, things that my dad wasn't necessarily there for, he always did. So I just want to shout out to him too. But yeah, my mom, she was like my dad and my mom basically, bro. I say that. But then again, like, I don't know, like just being a man and like taking care of your family and just being a go-getter, like just chasing after things you want. I learned that all on my own by just failure and things like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say like I wish I could have got those type of lessons and stuff from my dad. I wish, like that's what I told my dad. And the reaction I got from my dad when I was talking about all that stuff with him, it was crazy to me because it was like kind of immature. Like I was on some mature stuff talking to my dad about that stuff, and then he just came at me on some like disrespectful, immature stuff. So I'm like, it is what it is. Like, so, I mean, I don't even want kids growing up, but I mean, or now I don't want kids like when I get older, but like I kind of do want them now because I just want to make sure that I'm there and they have two parents, and I want to be able to do stuff that my dad didn't do for me, and I want to be able to like give them a lifestyle to where they can have both parents and they can learn from both sides. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
How you feel?
I don't know. I had both of my parents, so it was, I don't know, pretty different for me. I guess I didn't really develop my relationships with my parents until like I got a little older. Started like realizing like I gotta develop these relationships before it's too late, and I can't get it back. I don't know. Damn. It's like I wasn't as open with my parents as I am now. I was very closed off, not closed off in like a way that I just wasn't talking to my mom or dad or like something like that, or I felt like I couldn't go to them or nothing like that. But I was just like quiet around them, like a stranger, I guess. I was just quiet around them. That was just how I was in general. I was just a quiet dude, and it came to a point where, and it kind of made me realize, because my boy Dallas, he overheard his mom talking to my mom. Our parents are best friends. Our moms, best friends, bro. They do everything together. So when something going on with his mom, I know. When something going on with my mom, he know. So then he come to me in like the PlayStation party one day. He was like, "Yo, Sean, what you like to do, man?" And stuff like that, asking me like personal questions like who I am as a person and things like that. And he told me that he was like, "Yeah, I was just asking because your mom said she don't really know you." I'm like, damn, my own mother don't know me, like at who I am, what I like to do, and things like that. So it's like I realized then and there that I had to create these bonds and establish these relationships more than what they already were. And my pops, I don't know. My pops was always good to me growing up. Like they always provided me with things I needed, and even though I didn't ask for much, they provided me with everything I wanted. So I didn't have a bad childhood. I didn't go through rough times, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't really go through nothing. For real, in my childhood. It was very, I don't want to say normal, but kind of was. It was just normal. Things like you expect parents to be and do. Yeah. My parents did. And I don't know, my pops taught me a lot of life lessons. He taught me a lot of life lessons. Yeah, my pops taught me a lot. Especially how to like work on my car and everything and do things that a man should know how to do. And I'll never forget that. My pops was there for me. He was, I don't know, he was like my backbone. I was real soft around my mom. I was a mama's boy. I'm still a mama's boy. I ain't gonna lie. I talk to my mom about everything.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's like I started to realize that Pops deserves some love too, because he done did a lot for me. Even though we ain't had the best of turns sometimes, or like dads just being dads and sons just being sons, you know what I mean? Sometimes y'all get into it. But it's like deep down, yeah, that love is still there. You still their kid, they still love you. So it's like I had to realize that too and know how to connect with my pops on a deeper level.
I kind of agree with you when you say you've been quiet growing up and stuff. Cause that's how I was. Every time, it's like I always kept shit. I always like kept shit to me. Never opened up. Cause like cause growing up I always felt like I wasn't being heard every time. So like when I was processing this, like, you know, in my room one day, like when I was growing up, I was never heard, so I just kept being quiet. And so, and that's when I had like a relationship, I didn't know how to express myself. They'd be like, damn, why don't you get a reaction out of things? And it'd just be like, and it would just be talking for hours trying to figure it out and shit. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But like, I guess like my mom, cause every time I would just say something to my mom about some stuff, she would just start yelling and stuff. Like, and then like that made like the uncomfortable environment. Cause if I say something and you get mad, I'm not, well, what's that gonna do? That's gonna give me fear to say something ever again. So I just keep quiet. I feel like a bunch of kids like grow up like that because their parents probably make it an uncomfortable environment, or they just grow up in an uncomfortable environment in general, and they don't want to talk about things.
I feel like having an open environment as a kid is a very important thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's got to be boundaries to that environment as well. There's got to be lines in the sand, because if that environment is too open, then you get kids that don't know how to control themselves or lash out when things don't go their way or things like that. Like if you're too soft on your kid, then you get your kid like going back at you. Like it's not that type of relationship. They're your parent. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I see that with a lot of kids today, like just talking crazy to their parents. Like I was at work, bro, and these parents came in, and her kids were like just everywhere, just crawling everywhere, just doing things they just wasn't supposed to, writing on boxes, on like shit they wasn't purchasing either. So it was just like, I don't know, bro. And then when I went to the back, it was like, I guess the mom was telling her kid to get off the floor or something. And little nigga told her to shut up. He straight said, "Shut up, bitch." I'm like, what?
The big word is crazy.
Bro. I'm like, no. Like, I would have got whooped right then and there, bro, in the stove.
I wouldn't even thought to say that. Like, that wouldn't even.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have said shut up.
That's
Like,
I wouldn't even responded.
I don't know, man. That shit just don't sit right with me, bro. Like, your kids should not be this open or feel this free to talk to you like this.
Like they your friends or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of parents these days like treat their kids like their friends, and it's like that's cool. You can be friends with your parents, but like you said, it got to be boundaries. Like,
Come on.
I had a little cousin. She be doing a lot, but the most recent thing she did, she had got in trouble for like making videos at school or something when she was supposed to be learning. And then her mom was trying to talk to her about it, and then she was like, "Oh, so what is it? Just F me?" And then she stuck her middle finger at her.
Wow.
It's like, are you crazy?
I don't know what he chop that finger off.
I would have died right then and there, bro.
Whoa.
And then just listening to the way like my cousins talk to my grandma and stuff, like they'll just go back and forth for her. And then it's like that's when me and my mom or like my sister got to step in, cause it's like it's just crazy.
Yeah. That's how I feel with my little sister. Like, she be talking back to my parents. I'm like, yo, chill out. It's just like, he's the only parents you got, bro. And they provide so much more to my sister than what they did for me. And I don't got no qualms over that or nothing. Like, they did a good job with me. I ain't asked for much. They give my little sister everything, and like I don't know. It's just ungrateful at sometimes. Like, we went to Orlando. We went to fucking Universal, man. Like, Universal. Like, what? And you complaining the whole time we there. It just didn't make sense.
Just recently for Christmas, my cousins were over, and then the same one I was talking about on the game or whatever. Oh my god. Sorry. But yeah, like after he finished opening his presents, he was like, "So that's it?" And it's like, what you mean that's it? You literally got everything you asked for, and that's it? Like, that's just so ungrateful.
Yeah.
Especially like, because he'll get a lot of stuff that he doesn't even deserve. Because like I said, school, his grades are bad, behavior bad at home. Like all this stuff, it's like you really don't even deserve anything. And yet you saying this it. Like,
yeah. I guess, I don't know, kids just feel a sense of entitlement to things that they don't work for. Like, even, like, going back to, like, the phone thing, bro. I didn't get my first phone till, like, 6th grade. And even then, I was like, I had to bust my ass for that phone. Like, I told my mom, I'm like, let's make a deal. Let's do, if I make honor roll, then I get an iPhone, right? Folks, I didn't make honor roll till like 6th grade. It didn't happen till 6th grade. I had to work my ass off for that phone.
I had my first phone, junior high school.
mine was 8th grade.
That was 2020.
It was just like, I don't know, they don't feel a sense.
It's like everything just handed to you.
Yeah, like everything can't be handed to you in life. Sometimes you gotta work for it.
You gotta struggle. You gotta go through some type of struggle to learn.
Exactly.
Because it's like, I get it. We all experience like struggles to tell like our relatives about to where they don't have to go through like those same experiences. But it's some stuff you still gotta just experience for yourself to learn from.
Exactly.
I mean, some of that do be too because they're young too, but a lot of times some of them don't learn. Some of them pan out and they be worse than what they are now, and it just leads to more problems like outside of home, like with, you know. But some of them, it is because they're just young, and then some of them, it's just like, some of them just. It's hard to say because I know sometimes I ain't gonna say that I was perfect. Like I know we all probably said some stuff to our mom or talked back a few times when we were younger, but I'm pretty sure we all want to do that now, or we all learn how like we thought and self-reflected on that when we did it, and it was like, oh, that's wrong. But now I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these kids, you can tell they do it with no regret, and it's like they're used to it. They do it all the time. and that's what's crazy to me. So
they get comfortable with it. And that's not something that kids should be comfortable doing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just the parents, like they set that the foundation.
Yeah, and then the parents allow it.
It'd be crazy too, because after they say something like that, the parents, like, say if you at work or something, the parents would just look at you and be like, "Sorry, he's just out of control. Like, you ain't gonna fix that." Like,
Exactly. Like, go handle that real quick.
That's just
Take that little nigga to the bathroom or something, bro. Like, I'm not mine.
Well, it's just teaching me shit. So when I have kids, I have. Well, first time you talk back, smack that head, bro. Smack the back of that head. You know what I say, nigga?
Fucking pimp slaps.
You can't on that.
Duh, bro. I don't know. I feel like that's one of the hardest parts about parenting, though. If you ever were a parent, it's just, disciplining your kids and figuring out a good way to discipline your kids without going overboard with discipline.
Yeah.
Try to find that good balance, because like without discipline, they just
I just got whoopings.
wild animals.
Whoopings, boy.
I feel like a lot of parents use a lot of like verbally abuse too. Like
Yeah.
they'll just, I'm beat your.
My mom didn't do that. She grabbed that belt and got straight to action, boy.
Oh, you hear the numbers, that one.
Whoa.
Oh man.
No, wait, no.
My,
My mom, all she had to do was give me a certain look. I was like, alright, let me chill out.
my mom used to line us up by the stairs. Like, all right, who wants to go first?
oh, that's outrageous.
That's a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Who's going first? Bro, I remember. I don't know. Like I was a little kid. I remember this perfectly. My mom was giving my brother the business. Like she was whooping this nigga ass. So I used to go upstairs, right? They had the door open. She was whooping him. I used to laugh. I literally ran upstairs.
I can't lie.
I literally
Yeah,
I literally ran upstairs, looked at this nigga, well, I go back downstairs, come back down, she's still whooping him. I'm like, damn.
Like, you walking in on this too?
Yeah, she did. She said that. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm going there. Bro, I was so fucked up. I was like, damn. I used to watch.
Well, if I was her brother, I would have.
Bro was crying. I was laughing. I was like, damn. And then, but that was so messed up. Now I look back at it. I'm like, damn. I went up there twice. I'm like, damn, you still getting one.
I only got like two whoopings from her.
Really?
My mom, she used to just make us like hold our arms out, wall sits.
Oh yeah, the exercise punishments, bro.
That's crazy.
Worse.
I ain't never did that.
They the worst.
And she put books on her arms too.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one. That's a good one though.
Get back in shape. She push out.
I just got the whoopings, man.
That's a good one. Exercise punishments, bro. That's a good discipline. Make them little niggas tired. My mom, I don't know, it was something that I did. She had me doing mountain climbers though. I had to do mountain climbers until my legs didn't work no more. I ain't gonna lie, that stuff was crazy. And it's just like, it's definitely a line of discipline.
It's a kind of safer route than when you don't whoopings, boy.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes whoopings aren't even effective.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like,
What you talking about?
I don't think they're effective because I kept getting them when I was younger.
Bro, you ever had to pick out a switch, nigga? You gotta pick out the one that
I won't never go that.
Pick out the switch, bro.
crazy.
Which one do I prefer? Which one do I prefer?
That switch hurt.
I feel like whooping just made me not want to do the dumb shit I did. Like I just didn't want to do
say
it.
that because I kept doing it.
I ain't gonna lie, I did not do the same.
I learned the
dumb
first
shit over
time.
here. I might have did different dumb shit.
Yeah, that's
but
what
I
I'm
ain't do the
saying.
same.
I ain't do the
dumb-
same dumb stuff, bro.
I just
did
different
dumb
shit.
stuff, bro.
It's like you find out different ways to be dumb.
Yeah, you do.
And then you find out after I whooped him, like, yeah, I'm gonna do that again. Bro, you ever used to like hop on the game at night, have to be quiet because you didn't want to wake up your parents?
Bro, them nightly rainbow sessions. I ain't gonna lie, I was screaming my ass off in the party. I was living in the basement at that time too, so it's like they heard me all the way upstairs.
Yeah, the game get like that sometimes, though, bro.
Nah.
Too real.
Now, have you ever you were on punishment and wasn't allowed on the game, but your mom wasn't there at the house, so you hopped on the game, bro? You got to make sure she wasn't pulling up. Like, all right, we good.
Bro, I had a friend, like, he was on punishment at the time, and I guess like she took his PS4, and I think she took a picture of the exact spot it was in. So
That's
I
smart.
think one day
smart.
when she went to work, I think he went to go get it, and he got online, and then I guess like he knew, like, I think it was his dad, not his mom, but his dad just knew that he snuck on the game, cause he was like, why that PS4? He said he just woke up out of his sleep, just smacked him out of his sleep. He said he was playing that PS4, huh? Because I guess he had it, not that he took a picture of where it was at on this dresser or whatever, but he took a picture where it was at in his closet, in his dad's closet. So I guess when he went to go play, and then he put it back, I guess he knew that he moved it.
What the?
So he said he woke him out of his sleep and smacked the shit out of him.
So sad.
On the screen,
Wake up.
like,
So
just imagine his face after he woke up.
Think about it, he's scared. He's like, what the fuck? Nah.
I wish my mom would do something like that. Take a picture of the exact spot
That's
my dad was
crazy.
in
Like,
and smack me out of my sleep, bro.
Like,
That's outrageous.
that's you don't trust your own son. That's crazy. I think that's it, guys. It's your host.
You forget your name?
Hmm?
You forget your name?
What you mean? I said it's your host.
What you mean, man?
Oh.
You keep clapping.
Man.
No,